This week, Arwen was going to have her first Farrier's appointment, so leading up to that, I was messing with her feet a lot, picking them up, and also doing the various Farrier positions with her, like putting her hoof between my legs and holding it there, and just kind of messing with them all around. With the back legs, I would pick them up, extend them back, and rest it on my knee like the farrier would when he is trimming it, and rewarding her for it. Then I would also bring it forward and rest it on my other knee. Again, picking it up, putting it between my legs and holding it for as long as she would let me, and then extending it forward, putting it on my knee, and rewarding her for it. Back leg again, extending it out, and then I would also mess with it a little bit, like tap on it. So here the farrier was working on her. We had Star there to hopefully help kind of keep her calmed down. We had her in this corner of our lot, just kind of help her from not moving all over the place. There she pulls her hoof away, so he goes back and just picks it up again and continues working. She did really good for her first time. You can see she's letting him hold her leg pretty well and tolerating it. With the back legs, she was more unsure about that. He was able to do just a little bit, but then she just kind of started getting irritated, so we tried to end on a good note. But for her first time, and for only being in training for 4 weeks, she did very, very well.
There we go. That's good. That's all we want.
Also this week, we started working on Liberty training. So here I am teaching her to come to me. I'm calling her and also adding in a whistling cue to get her to come to me. And I'm also taking a couple steps backwards to draw her to me. And then we were also doing some following. She did really good following me around. A couple times she would get distracted, like right here. But again, I would step back, call her, and then she'd turn and come back towards me. I would also add in doing some turns and switching directions. A couple times she got distracted again. So here she was way over there, and I called her, and she turned around and came towards me, which is very, very good. And we go back into following me. Here's one of the places where I lost her. I was calling her, she was just a little distracted. There was a lot going on around her. So I just came back up to her, got her attention back on me, and she came right back to following. Again, I'm stepping backwards to draw her towards me. I'm calling to her, and she turns and comes. Here I'm going to ask her to back up, and I was very surprised that she backed up this well. All I did was just touch her chest once to cue, and then I didn't touch her and just walked with her, and she walked backwards. And then I draw her towards me, and she came. Here we're working on trotting in hand and stopping, which she did very good at. And then also this week I started teaching her to bow, which was something that she learned pretty quickly and caught on to. So I'm asking her to pick up her leg, and then the actual cue to bow would be me asking her to back up and lean her weight backwards. And I tried to make that very clear. That way when I would go pick up her feet to mess with them, or when the farrier comes, she wouldn't try to back up, because the actual cue was asking her to lean her weight back. But she did really good with the bow. I worked at it for several minutes every day. And sometimes she'd go down completely on her knee, other times not so much. But she did very, very well with it. And asking for it. That one she didn't go completely down, but I still rewarded her for leaning her weight back and at least trying. There she almost did it. And then here again we're working on trotting in hand. So this week was very good.